I have a saying that I have lots of sayings, but one of my favorite is the more you act like a salesperson, the less you're going to sell. So what's the alternative? What's the new playbook? Is you put the customer first. You find out what's important to them. What are their struggles? Where could they use help? Maybe they're tying up too much cash in inventory and they could use help moving through it. Maybe their staff really could use some training, not just on your products, but on, whole categories. There's lots of things that a seller of wine can do to add value to the business relationship. And that's central to this new playbook, if you will. So in a nutshell, I believe this with every fiber of my being. The key to accelerating sales is to narrow your focus.
Mm.
I'm a less is more kind of person. Now, this is hard to accept. It's counterintuitive. It doesn't really make logical sense. So this idea that calling on more accounts, making more sales calls will bring you more sales is ridiculous. Because going an inch wide and a mile deep is far more effective than going in an inch deep and a mile wide. This more is more approach is a myth. It's a fallacy. So if you really want to grow your sales, you're going to have to mean more to fewer well-chosen people. Going deep is the key to selling more. So that the way that relates to time is you've only got so many hours in a day and you're only, you're just one person limited by physical space. So you better spend your time where it's going to bring the greatest return, where you can make the biggest impact. And if you spread yourself too thin, if you try to call on too many accounts, if you try to cover too much ground, then you're diluting your most precious asset, which is your time.
Yeah.
So most salespeople have never been properly trained. And by the way, MJ, this does require training. This does not come naturally to salespeople. In fact, having been in this business 40 years and spent most of that managing sales teams, I can tell you that left to their own devices, most salespeople do not make the best use of their time. They don't. There's a reason why professional sports teams have coaches. If it was just about talent, you would put, in the case of a football game, you'd put 11, 12 people, talented people on the field and just let them do their thing. But why do you need coaches? Why do you need a head coach, offensive coach, defensive coach, offensive line coach, special team? Because left to their own devices, people are not going to act in the way that's most beneficial. So it's very much like that in sales. Salespeople need training. They need direction. They need accountability. And it's not because they're, not smart. They're very smart, very hardworking, but they need someone to come alongside them to help them be efficient and effective.